Hello guys, welcome to Sheen Talk Live. My name is Jacqueline Valdez, so excited to be here today. Hi, follow me on Instagram, Elegant Jacqueline. Hi guys, welcome. So I'm here with Sheen Magazine's Sheen Talk Live. I'm super excited to be here today. My name is Jacqueline Valdez. I'm the host, so follow me on Elegant Jacqueline on Instagram. Hello, how are you guys? So excited. So today's guest, we have AGame. He is the owner of Diamond Kutz Fitness. We've talked before, but the connection was a little off, so we are doing a reconnection, and we are going to be talking about some fitness and some nutrition tips. So how are you guys today? Hello, hello. All right. Hello. Hi guys, I see him coming on. All right, let's get connected. Come on, come on. All right, what is going on here, Instagram? For some reason, it is not letting me connect him. Okay, take two. Okay, let me try it this way. Oh, Instagram, come on. Okay. Ah, hi guys, thank you for tuning in. My name is Jacqueline Valdez. Welcome to Sheen Talk Live. Oh, yes.
What's up?
It's take two. I love it. How are you today?
Fantastic. How are you? How are you?
I'm doing well, doing well. So welcome guys, thank you for tuning in. I know some of you guys might have caught our conversation last time, but the connection was a little off, so we are having a reconnect. So I'm super excited. I'm here with Sheen Talk Live. My name is Jacqueline Valdez. I'm your host. So today we are talking to AGame, the owner of Diamond Kutz Fitness, and we are going to be talking about some fitness and nutrition tips today.
Facts.
Yes, yes, yes. Exciting. So as far as nutrition, going on for some of the people that have seen our previous conversation, for new people, welcome, welcome. You had given some really awesome nutrition tips. So can we cover some of those again, and then some new nutrition tips that you have?
Yes, yes, yes. Can y'all, first of all, can you hear me better this time? Is it?
Yes.
All right, good, good. Yeah. Fitness, nutrition.
Yes.
One of the biggest things that I would, because with the obesity rate going through the roof, the way that it is, it's the food, and it's the combination of the foods having a weird combination of fats, carbs, and proteins in it. So the food market is totally destroying our bodies. Okay. Now, what I tell people a lot of times is it's not necessarily what you eat, but how much you eat.
Right.
That's our problem. So I first, recommend highly when people come to me and ask me, what's the best thing to do? Calories. Calorie counting it's gotta be up there. You gotta know how much calories you're putting in your body. I mean, if you get too much, you're gonna gain weight. Simple as that.
Yeah, that's such a good point too, because I feel, in the United States, definitely the portions are really big, and I feel like, people go to the drive-in and, supersize everything, and you don't take into account,
Right.
you're doing less activity, especially during quarantine. It seems people are one or the opposite. They're either working out a lot or they're not working out at all, is kind of what I've been informed of.
Right, right, right. And another thing that I'm learning as and watching my clients go through these phases of changing their bodies is the intermittent fasting lifestyle. That's volumes. That is so much benefits, with coming IF or intermittent fasting. For those of y'all who don't know what IF means,
Right.
it basically allows your body you know, to push away from the table. So it's basic common sense, really, as working people. If our boss is giving us too much work at one time, then the problem becomes overloading. You got too much to do. So what you do is you take the important stuff and you do it first, and then you push that other stuff to the side. So the body has no problem doing that exact thing when you eat too much. It's going to take the important stuff and it's going to put that other stuff to the side, and that's how people start on the weight.
Wow. Yeah, because fasting right now is another subject that a lot of people are talking about. Is it safe? Is it not safe? How do you fast? Do you just juice? Do you do broths? Do you just, drink lots of water? It's a lot of conversation regarding fasting.
Right, yeah. Now, one thing I will always tell people is always check with your doctor. You know, there's always underlying conditions and stuff that can mess with you when you start dieting.
Right.
But for the most part, fasting is a healthy natural attribute. Actually, you got to think about before civilization, we used to hunt for food, and you know some days you don't get no food, so the body has a natural ability to store in case of famines or you can't find no food. So it's definitely a healthy thing to do, as long as you don't go too long. And of course, you got extremes. So we're talking intermittent fasting. And that's kind of a shorter period versus the extended fast is that people actually do. You got people that's out there that's fasting 20 days. To I don't recommend that. But you got people that's doing that. So, but fasting is definitely, as long as you do it right. There are a lot of tricks to the trade when it comes to fasting. You got to make sure you're getting your daily nutrients in that meal. That when you eat, you got to be getting all the stuff that your body needs.
That's a good point, definitely. Because, how do you know what nutrition that you need for your body? Does it depend on each individual? Does it depend on your goals? How do you pinpoint what you really need?
So first of all, it definitely depends on their goals.
Okay.
Depending on what they're trying to do. Yeah, there are different levels of intermittent fasting. There's different things you do inside that way of eating. A lot of times people think intermittent fasting is a diet. It's not. It's just an eating window. You can be on any diet and intermittent fast with it. You can do keto, but it's all about the hour time of eating. Now, with people, it definitely depends on your personal goals. If you're trying to gain weight, which is very, very hard intermittent fasting because your body is in a natural deficit when you fast. So if you're trying to gain weight, then that may not be the best eating situation to do. Now, weight loss, fantastic. Even there are guys that use it doing bodybuilding. Coming new in the bodybuilding sector, people that's intermittent fasting. Now, I'm gonna tell you, the number one reason that I intermittent fast, simply HGH, human growth hormones. That's it. Because at the end of the day, the goal is to be younger as you get older. And the phenomenon with intermittent fasting is it naturally raises your HGH, which is everything. That hormone controls everything. A lot of professionals call it the youth hormone. And so the more that you have, the younger your body can be in recovery and building muscles and everything like that. So that's my purpose.
Right. And I love that because right now I feel like the age is, 60 is the new 40, and I feel like 70 is the new 30. And it has me intrigued because hormones are a huge effect. And I just turned 48, proud of it. And yeah. And and so I'm really intrigued now because of our conversation with the whole hormones and everything like that. And I want to look young. Everyone wants to look young.
Right. It's like it's huge. So this is the thing that drove me to, and then I'm in a competitive field, as we both in the fitness field. You know, the younger generation comes along. You know, it's all about competing, competition. You know, it's all about staying, you know, ready. You know what I'm saying? Being in shape at all moments and all times. And, you know, you never know. So with your younger counterparts, trainers, female trainers, male trainers, they're coming along, they're 20, they're 21, they're 25, and they have these natural genetics. And here we are, you know, over 40, and competing. You got to show. So my thing is to teach the youth, listen, you can do this thing, you can stay as young as you keep your body in shape. And if you eat correctly, and a lot of skewed information is out there. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna promise you, one of the biggest myths that I've learned is starvation mode.
Yeah.
It's one of the things that we don't quite understand. But as I became a faster, I see what the body is doing when you miss a meal and you're eating 5 or 6 times a day.
Wow.
Why when you miss those meals and your body because your body is not used to missing. So yeah, it will put you in a starvation mode where your body wants to hold everything and you lose nothing because you meal or two and you haven't taught your body how to intermittent fast. Now, you go long enough without food, I promise you, your body, and if you're doing stuff, your body gonna burn some energy. It ain't got no choice. You know, it's like, you know, if you're not eating and you're still working out, you have no choice. Your body will eventually move on that scale.
Yeah, true. So yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in. So we're talking about nutrition and counting your calories, intermittent fasting, and then make sure you check with the doctor and, you know, listen to your body. Don't skip meals. Don't starve your body, for sure. And then as far as fitness tips, working out, how many times would you suggest working out a week? And what regimen as far as like cardio, stretching, strength training, the combination, and the importance of it?
Right. Well, one thing that I teach is ageless, meaning, you know, as you get older, you age less, which is really a brand that I'm pushing. This shirt right here on the back, I don't know if you can see it. I'm gonna turn around, but can you see that?
Yes.
No? Okay, that right there is. I know it might be backwards. I don't know how this thing is working on Instagram. Ageless, and then I have my birthday right up underneath it. And what I'm teaching people is to be younger. So you got to do it all. You got to do it all. You got to do cardio. You got to do strength training. You need to be doing flexibility. You need to be doing range of motion training. And, you know, and so my whole purpose of what I'm training is I cater to a lot of 40 and over people. So, which is beautiful because that's where I'm at. Now, I get younger people too, but I'm stressing them as well. Listen, when you get old, these are the things that you're going to be dealing with. So you need to be doing this now, or you need to be doing this.
Yeah.
So those are the things that we have an edge on youthful young trainers because they don't know that yet. They're young. They're 21. Their body's alive.
Yeah.
So they know the things that I know being 47, understanding that, look, I've been in shape since I was 13.
Wow.
I don't know what you do. There is something called a degenerative breakdown, meaning it happens over years. So a lot of times people don't understand that, but I'm giving them the necessary things that's going to help keep them together. Rotation, posture technique, which is huge, especially if you're over 6 foot.
Yeah.
You know, you chest out and keep your posture head up and down. That takes training. That takes knowing what you're doing. That takes practicing it.
Yeah.
You need to be going to the gym at least 4 times a week, if not 6. I mean, I'm trying to tell you because every single day your body gets a little older. Now, you need a day of rest. I give you that. Gotta have it. But if you understand how to balance your training, you do the right things on the right days, your body get breaks. I don't work my chest or my muscles every day. I might hit I may throw some cardio in the next day. I may do some flexibility one day. I may work legs the next day. So if you keep your body training different parts and different, you can train every day if you do it right.
And I love that you said that. It's like every day is another day to, you know, not age, and that you do age and you can't help it. That's just life, to step into your body and take care of yourself. You don't have to be killing yourself every day. Rotate around, you know, just keep your body moving is a huge message. We had a couple questions. One of the questions was, what would you recommend eating?
Eating, okay. This is my recommendation. I don't know the level of understanding that the person has to ask that question. And it depends on their goals too. If they're trying to lose weight, I recommend that they first understand the difference between fats and carbs.
Okay.
The reason why I say that is because you need to, while you're losing weight, I recommend you slightly pull away the macro and let your body understand how to live off another fuel. So in sugar, we eat sugar all the time. So of course, that's the macro that I will pull away, or at least step it down, because the less carbs you eat, the more easily it is for your body to run out. And when your body run out of carbs or glycogen, they're the same thing.
Okay.
Your body is not to use another, which is fat. So most people have more fat on their bodies than anything. You know, we overweight, you know, especially if you're dealing with, you know, 50 pounds or more, you got a lot of fat on your body. Why not use that energy? So, but the problem is this: when you pull away carbs and you begin to eat more salads and things like that without the bread, your body begins to dump muscular water and you begin to lean out. You know,
okay.
And as you do that, your body runs out of that glycogen. Now it has to turn to fat. And that's where the problem comes in. There's different side effects with that. You get headaches, you get fatigue, you know, mood swings. There's a lot of things because it's messing with your hormones. Now, if you do that long enough, your body will get adjusted to it. And then they go away. Okay, this is a temporary, they call it the keto flu. It is a temporary thing that you deal with, okay, understands how to burn fat. So to that person, understand, I would do a low carb meal 6 days a week. And then one day I would have carbs. Allow your body to restore some of those carb depletions. And if you do that and cycle that back and forth, your body you will lose weight naturally. And you will stop a plateau.
Okay.
What happens is this: a lot of times when people diet for so long, the hormone levels bonk down. They bonk out. The leptin levels, all them levels, they lower. And, you know, so now your body ain't losing any weight. So you need to throw some carbs back in there. Take a day, fill the carb, get the carb back in your body, and allow your body to raise natural hormones. And then you start losing weight all over again.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, and I didn't realize how many carbs I was eating either, because I do cashew cheese, I do beans, I do, you know, a lot of vegetarian stuff and a lot of vegan cheeses. And it wasn't until a friend who really counts her carbs was like, Jackie, no wonder why you're like, you know, gaining some weight, and especially in the center, is you eat a lot of carbs, like every day, 3 times a day.
I'm going to tell you this, and a lot of people might not know this. Each person has about 500 grams of carb storage. That's, you know, there's a window there because more muscle means more glycogen room. So it's different from person to person. But a minimum at least 500. So when you're eating, if you eat more than the limit that you have in your body, that carbs, they spill over. And those begin to turn to fat. Long as you eat within, you know, your carb level, your glycogen level, you're fine with carbs. But the problem, carbs are in everything. And if you're not working out to deplete your glycogen levels, it's easy to every day eat too many carbs. And you might not even be eating a lot, but it's water level in your glycogen level in your muscles are almost full. Most people walk around because when you sleep, you use a little bit of it, okay? But when you wake up, most people have a 75% capacity of being full. So what
Wow.
they do is they top it off again. Then they turn
Mhm.
around, lunch, spill over. Now you don't put on some pounds, you know, turn over the fat because you're not working out. Your
Yeah.
metabolism running slow. So these are how the pounds add up. And then the fat that you eat, your body uses a little bit of it because there are different operations going on, but it's not using the bulk of that fat because it's just not. Because until all the carbs are used up, the fat is doesn't really get touched like that. So
Okay.
that as well. So now you got extra carbs into fat, and then you got fat just staying fat and going to get stored. So that's just the double whammy.
Yeah, that makes sense. As far as another question was asked, as far as calorie counting, how do you get into that mode, especially if you are really against it?
What was the last part? Especially if you're what?
If you're against calorie counting, how do you get yourself into that mind frame, and how do you even start?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with that person. You really don't have a choice in the matter. You need to become a calorie counter. Um, there is no way that a person can really balance their weight. I mean, don't get it wrong. You got people who can eat without counting and maintain and build their body.
Right.
But that's like throwing a shot in the dark. You gotta understand and learn your body. Know what you're putting in it every day. Like for me, I know my calories. Like, you know, every day based on my goals, I know I need 3,600 calories.
Right.
You know, so I count everything. That way, by doing that, I know what my scale gonna do. I know what my body gonna do. So when you wake up in the morning and you just eat, you might eat much today, you might not eat enough the next day. So
Right.
you be able to count. Now, you know, now I will tell y'all this. That Google is our best friend. I'm trying to tell y'all. If y'all ain't Googling stuff, y'all, phew, that's huge. Um, they have calorie calculators on Google where you can go in there and you know it'll ask you simple questions like your age, height, how much you weigh, and it'll give you a carb. I'm sorry, calorie, a calorie count of what you should be based on your goals. That would be the perfect place to start. Get there, start counting calories based on your goal. You know, you need to know how to count everybody, and then
Yes.
and then once you count calories, you have to go a step further to really learn how to look good. Break down the macros, which is now that you know you need 1,500 calories, how much of it needs to be fat, how much of it needs to be carbs, and how much of it needs to be protein. When you begin that, it's like surgery. You're doing surgery through food. You're
Yeah.
body through food. So
I love that. Surgery through food. For sure. So if you're wanting to build muscle and you're wanting to tone your body, but you're not wanting to bulk up, what would you recommend to just have nice, lean muscles, that
well, my,
defined?
my biggest thing with that is this. Everybody has muscles, right? Everybody.
Yeah.
Even people that's 100 pounds over their weight.
Yeah.
Um, the best thing to do that I would recommend is first pull off the fat. See what you got. Pull off the fat. And see
Pull
what
off the fat.
but what I'm gonna say is this: the first thing that you should do, and if you pull off the fat, you're not bulking up at all because you're in a deficiency at that point. So you definitely ain't bulking, and you pull that fat off and begin to look at your muscles from a different perspective because you're lean. Then you can see what you got going on. Now to do that, one thing that you have to do while doing that is you must get your protein. All right. Anytime somebody is losing weight, your protein needs to be a little higher than normal. All right.
Okay.
Um, and the whole purpose is for you to get too much protein because what happens is this: any extra protein, the body burns it off as long as you're in a deficiency. So put your body in a calorie deficient. Okay. Raise your protein up at least 1.1 grams per lean body weight. I know a lot of people are like, what is he talking about? But your protein needs to be a little higher than norm while you that body fat. And then you leave the muscle behind and all that other stuff. But that's what you need to do. Just look at your own muscle. You'll lean out and you'll look good.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, guys, there's so many great tips today that we're getting and so many questions. Thank you guys for popping in and watching and stuff. So exciting. So what projects do you have coming up for you?
For me, right now I'm focusing on, I have like 50 something people that's in my, that's under my training care. So my goal is I'm focusing on them. I'm really focusing on teaching them their nutrition. I'm really focusing on them taking their bodies places that they've never been. And I want to showcase them for the first of the year. So we still, of course, we got COVID we're dealing with. We got the election is next week. So there's a lot of things that that's coming up that we're focusing on, and those things could be a hindrance because what's going on. So but those are the things that I'm doing. I want them to take it to their ultimate level. I don't want to it doesn't do me any good to walk around and look good by myself. Like take my shirt off and boom, boom, I got abs, but none of my clients have abs. That don't look good. So I'm working on them. I'm teaching them fasting. I'm showing them how to break their macros down so they can have immaculate results. I don't want people to get, I want to give people another option for surgery.
Nice. That's huge. Yeah, that's so important. So it's important to take care of yourselves, and especially during this COVID and quarantine time, for sure. Was there anything else that you wanted to tell the viewers?
Yeah, I definitely do. One thing I want to tell everybody, man, life is short, and we have to take it by storm, and we have to live our best lives. And one thing you can't live your best life if you're not in the best shape of your life. So I tell y'all, it's like, it's beautiful being fit, especially when you're over 40, because your mindset is different. You think different. You know how to enjoy life differently versus your 20s. So a lot of people, when you get over 40, they understand stuff, but their fit level is low and they get tired. They can't do anything. They can't go nowhere. You in Walmart shopping around, rolling in the little chair thing automatic. You can't stay in shape, get in shape, stay in shape, and fight all the way to the end. It's like a marriage.
I love it. I love it. Yes. Health is wealth, and walking is good. Any kind of movement is good. And you are located at, where are you located?
628 Wade Hampton Boulevard, Suite B, Greenville, South Carolina. This is where we at. This is what we doing. This is the game.
Yep, this is it. This is it. And then I have you tagged on our Instagram, so you guys will be able to follow him on his Instagram and look up more stuff and follow his journey. And shout out to all your clients. I know that they love you and adore you and are so grateful for you.
I thank you for having me on here again, because I know last time the connection was terrible, and but I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yes, of course. Thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure, and Sheen Magazine has so much love for you. Thank you for all of the wonderful tips. You have inspired me.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Take care.